Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from prettypapercards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie, today. Let me make sure we're live. I'm just gonna check this. Okay, it looks like we are. Let me see. Okay, good. It looks like we're going live. Welcome, welcome. I know I popped on just a little bit early today. We were excited to get on because we missed last week. So I'm really happy to see you guys today. And we're back. Ellie was not feeling well last week, and I'll tell more. Oh, hello, Tracy, Roz, we're back. I know, Ellie scared us a lot. She was in the hospital for 3 days, and my husband and I were just a mess without her because, you know, when you have no one else in the house, it's just the two of us and the dog. Hilda, good to see you. Renee, I know, she's back. Tina, stormy Granite Falls, North Carolina. She's doing a lot better. This is her nap time, but she's doing so much better. So she was just really sick, and so we had to take her in, and they found that she has a genetic disease that Yorkies get, about her. Her blood doesn't process proteins. Ellie is 12. I know at one point I said she was 13, but she was born in 2013, so she's 12. She was born in May of 2013. And she's been, okay until now, and she just kept getting sick. We took her in, and they found that her blood wasn't processing proteins, and so it accumulated fluid in her stomach and in her chest, in her abdomen and in her chest. And that's not good at all. So they had to keep her for 3 days, and they treated her and got her better and put her on some steroids, and we finally got to pick her up, and she's back. But she's started with 8 different medications. Now we're down to 7. So we're really busy with, there's only a few of them that are given once a day. Most of them are given 2 or 3 times a day, every 8 hours, every 6 hours, before meals, 30 minutes before, with a meal. It's, hi Linda. So it's quite a to-do. I have a schedule that's on the kitchen counter, and we keep up with the schedule. And it's just, we are so happy. We couldn't be happier. And just yesterday, she barked for the first time. And we were so thrilled that she was barking. She barked. She thought she heard a noise or the doorbell or something, and she barked, and we were just thrilled. But she's, she is 12, so we have to keep giving her, I don't know how many medicines. We have a checkup in a couple weeks, and we'll see. Karen, good to see you. We'll see how she does. It depends on if she tolerates the medicine, all the medicines, and if they work and all of that. So it's, we're just glad. Hi, Colleen. We're just glad to have her for whatever time we have her. And she's really rebounded pretty well. She's been back to her spunky self, and when I have to give her the medicine, she starts running around and escaping, trying not to have it. So that's all a good thing. We're very happy. We're very happy, but we're busy with all the medicine, keeping up with the medicine and everything. So welcome to you guys. It's so good to be back. I missed you last week. We took her in on Wednesday early, picked her up late Friday last week, so I just couldn't do the lives, but I missed you all very, very much. And Vicki, good to see you. It's warm here. It's 99 degrees here, but we're in our wonderful air conditioning. How about you guys? Is it warm there too? I'm sure. A lot of warm, and I know on the East Coast, yes, a lot of bad weather over on the East Coast. Well, my friend in downline, Robbie, gave me this adorable card. She brought it to me the other day for Ellie, And I think we might have a couple more in the mailbox, but I haven't been out. We haven't been out to the mailbox today. 55 and rain in Connecticut. Okay. Oh yeah, she has a genetic disease, and she was in the hospital, but she's back on tons of medicine, and so we're very thankful that we're just so thankful that she's back and with us, and hope that she responds well to the medicine. I talked to the doctor's office today because we ran out of one medicine, and they said that's okay, we can not have that. So I feel like I learned how to shoot a syringe into her mouth. You have to put the medicine in the little syringe. It's teeny tiny. But we're doing well. We're doing well, and everybody's so happy. We're all just so happy. So I am going to go ahead and put her down. I mean, I hate to, but she'll just be right here with me. And I sure, you know how you just miss your animals. I know a lot of you. You know, we've lost dogs in the past too and had them be sick, and it's just, we love our babies. Linda, 72 and rainy in Pennsylvania. Yeah. I know, I heard there's effects of the hurricane up and down the coast there and everything. Well, I'm going to turn you down. I have lots for you today. I've been, you know, crafting is kind of a therapy, isn't it? So I've been doing a lot of crafting. Okay, so let's just turn you down. There we go. And we'll talk about a little bit of news. The In Color sale is still going on. I wanted to remind you that there are some things you don't expect. If you think it's just the papers and inks that are the In Color papers and inks, you would be wrong, because any designer series paper or anything that has any In Color in it is on sale. Even the brand new pairs, I think it's called Low Profile Sparkle Dots, and I saw they were on low inventory right before I came on. They have Darling Duckling in them. And I think maybe the darker color is the, hi Deborah, and I think maybe the darker color in those little guys is Secret Sea, and they're on sale too. Let me see if I have them right here. So I guess I don't have them right here, but I guess I wanted to just tell you things that you don't think are on sale if they have even a tiny bit of an In Color in them. So don't miss out. It's till the 31st. So you've got about a week and a half. Just want to remind you of that. And I know many of you heard about the big changes at Stampin' Up. I'm not going to go into them in detail, but just in case you haven't heard, they're discontinuing red rubber stamps because of production supply issues and whatnot. And they explained to us that the photopolymer stamps are getting so good as far as their production and what they can do. And you know, I noticed that too. If you got the pair, I'm just calling it the pairs stamp set, I think it's called Perfectly Pairs. Those stamps are amazing. They stamp just like our distinctive stamps in the past that were only red rubber. So the photopolymer is constantly improving. So they're only going to be carrying photopolymer after this release in September. That will have red rubber, and then after that, no more red rubber. The Stampin' Right markers are retiring, and they've been put today in the last chance list. So if you love them, she's laying down over there. If you love them, grab those now. I don't necessarily think they're on sale, but they are over in the last chance list today. So if you like those, grab them. But the biggest one, what I think is kind of the biggest thing, is new packaging. We're not going to have the CD cases anymore. We're going to have envelopes, envelopes that are like what the dies come in. Xiomara, good to see you. And that means we can store more stamps. That's the biggest thing, is we don't need as much space. And I have a picture. They are kind of redoing the envelopes. You can't see it terribly well. We won't know till we get one. But the little closure is supposed to be a lot easier on the plastic envelopes. So there's some really good changes. More news. Don't miss out on the Impressions of Bloom tutorial bundle this month. You get it free with a $50 order in my online store. or you can purchase it for $20 over in my tutorial shop on my website. And there's 7 designers in all, myself and one, there's 6 plus me. And we've all designed really great cards. Many of them are fun folds, and so I know you'll love this. Okay, let's get to our card because we're going to have fun. We're going to play with new product. It's going to be a sneak peek because the products come out on September 3rd. I can't open the catalog. I can just show you the cover, but I can show you the products inside. So, oh, you know what I forgot to say? I am having I'm doing product shares, paper and ribbon shares, and we're doing a reservation now, and I forgot to put the link on here. I will go back and, oh, I'm so sorry. It's not frozen on mine. So I'm going to go back and put the link on YouTube and on Facebook so that you'll have the link to register for my product shares. They include papers and ribbons from both the mini catalog and the September online exclusive release, which has beautiful stuff that we looked at. Everything for me is going fine. I hope it's going fine for you guys, especially the YouTube people. I don't know why it would freeze. That would not make me happy at all. Okay, so here's the card we're going to make today. I'm just going to go right ahead. Here's the card we're going to make today. Why is it that demonstrators can show the product but not the pictures in the book? I really don't know. I don't know, Renee. I have no idea. It's just a rule, and we have to stick with the rules. So I don't know. That's all I can say. Maybe because the products are not for sale, so you're seeing this through me and not through the company. I really don't know. Anyway, we're going to make this super cute Christmas card using the new Traditions of Christmas product suite collection, they call it. And I want to show you everything in the suite, which we looked at a couple weeks ago, but I want to show it to you again. The papers are absolutely gorgeous. Here they are. So I'm hoping it's not YouTube that's frozen. My YouTube people, why don't you comment if you're watching? Okay, I would love for you to comment so I can see if we're going on YouTube. So here are the beautiful, beautiful papers. They are absolutely gorgeous. I cut them down to 6 by 6, but they come in 12 by 12. Aren't those just so pretty? Love, love. I can't even tell you how much I love these. They're absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to use some of this beautiful paper today. These are the gems that come, and they are called Traditional Sparkling Sequins. So they're flat, which we love. We love our flat items because they're easier to mail. And I just think they are so pretty. We're going to use some of these today also. And we have some beautiful red satin ribbon. Yeah, I'm wondering about YouTube because I don't see any YouTube people all of a sudden. We have a terrific embossing folder that we're going to use today also. And 2 different bundles. This is a mega suite. The paper is gorgeous in person. It is. Okay, so we have Christmas greenery and traditional labels. And these are the bundles. I think YouTube might have frozen. That is upsetting to me. And this is Christmas greenery. And you guys, these are so beautiful. So one is all images and one is all sentiments. But here's what I love. These labels, we are going to have so much fun with them. We're going to use one today. Oh, it's stuck on YouTube. I don't know what to say about technology. Usually YouTube is not a problem at all. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'll load it back up on YouTube later. So anyway, these are the beautiful labels, and I'm going to show you how there's some. This one in particular, this one here is really fun. I haven't used them all. And then Christmas greenery has all this beautiful greenery, and some of these cut out images in the paper, and we're going to do that. Okay, so are you ready to get started? I am. Okay, so we're going to start, and again, here's the card that we're making. And I'll put it up close so you can really, let me get it really close for you. It is so gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of basic white cardstock, our standard 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm going to get my glasses, those labels. Yes, love the labels. Yep, I think YouTube must be stuck because I don't see any of my YouTube people in here. Alrighty. We're going to start with a standard card base, and then what we're going to do is we are going to emboss a 4 by 5.25 piece in this spiffy embossing folder, and I'm going to show it to you and how cool it is. It's a wreath, and I have to use the big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're going to put our paper in. So it's a wreath, it's bigger. Look at how big this is, you guys. This is very large. Can you see that? And here is our standard, kind of our standard card size. So it is a really big folder. Lisa, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. So this is it is a really big folder. So I'm centering it over the hole in the wreath, just like that. And we're going to put it in our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It is a 3D folder, so you just use the base plate and the embossing plate number 4. And I'm going to show you how pretty this turns out. Can you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? Hi, Mary Lou. Good to see you. Welcome. Oh, okay. There's a YouTube person. Renee, Facebook is working. Is YouTube working? What was it that was wrong? So what we're going to do with this is we are going to do some blending. Okay, we've got our area embossed, and we're going to blend with some real red ink. We're going to blend very lightly with real red ink. And I had some gals over the other day, and we were there you are, Xiomara, glad you're back. We were talking about blending, and I have trouble with it myself. I'm just going to say, sometimes I have trouble with it. So this is what I know so far. I'm not a pro, but you ink up your blending brush, then you do it in little circles off to the side so you get off a lot of it. And then this is what I've had to discipline myself with. Very, very light, like barely even pressing. Very, very light. And you're supposed to go in circles. I guess I wasn't. But very light. And you see it's already putting on color. If you need more, you do it over again. You don't press harder. That's what I have found to be the secret. I don't know what, others would say, but get off the majority of it, get it off over here on the side, and then just barely hold that. Don't even press down. I'm not even pressing at all. And I'm just going in circles. YouTube is not working. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say. We do everything. I pay for a service that's supposed to put me over there and on Facebook at the same time, so I don't know what to say. Okay, so you see how beautifully that brought out the wreath? I feel in a way like I should lower this a little bit. YouTube is frozen and buffering, so you went to the live chat and let people know. Thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. Okay, so here is our colored wreath, and it just looks fabulous. And now what we're going to do is I want to show you these dies. So the first thing we're going to do, this is the traditional label dies, one of the bundles. And this one really surprised me. And we can do everything else in the little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is my really favorite. I like the little one. And I've already pre-cut a little piece of the Designer Series paper out. I really like this pattern. I think it's an excellent, you know, balance to the very florals. And I love florals too. So we'll put this die on and I'm going to show you what it does. It's very neat. Some of these dies you don't even know until you get started and work with them. You don't even really know all that they do. So let me show you what this die does. Look at how it has a little tiny, can you see that little tiny border that's loose but attached? Do you see that? It's on all four sides. Yes, I know you lost me. Nancy, I'm so sorry about that. We've been talking about it. So there's that little edge, and and plus then it's stitched inside of that. It's just, I think it's pretty cool. And it's just one. I haven't even tried, we're going to use this one in a minute, but I haven't even tried the other dies, so I'm anxious to see what the other dies in this set actually do. So now let's get back and see what we're going to do with our card. Okay, here's our card base. We're going to put this embossed piece on. We're going to use this, and we're going to also cut out our sentiment and some flowers. So here is one of the beautiful floral patterns from the Designer Series paper. And these are this is the other set of dies, Christmas Greenery. And several of these dies cut out images in the various papers. So this particular die right here cuts out this large image. It's over here, it's several places. So I've isolated a place where it is. And let me see. That just fits right over it perfectly. So what I'm going to do is cut that out carefully, trying to preserve some of the rest because there's also a die that cuts out these flowers. I love that when they do that. I really do. So here we go. We're just going to cut this image out and then we'll die cut it and put it on the front of our card. And it, with the gold and everything, it's so perfect for the holidays. This whole paper is beautiful, but I like sending holiday cards that have gold in them. I don't know about you. What do you guys think? Do you like sending holiday cards that have gold? Okay, so we're going to cut this out, bring back our die cutting machine, and we're going to put our little image on here, and let me get it all lined up. I've noticed that I can line it up with the little bits of the pine branches. Okay, you see how the die, if you line it up right with the pine branches, it really is it works well. That helped me a lot. And then I'm going to scooch it just a little bit more in there. Okay, and we'll put our top plate on. Sometimes you like to use gold, Linda. Okay. So look at how gorgeous this piece is. Isn't that beautiful? And then you can just use these on your cards. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it down under here, just like that. Isn't that so pretty? Now we're going to die cut a label for our sentiment. So let me get some of these little crumbs out of my way here. And we're going to use this die right here that's part of the label set. And I thought I would choose a color that's in the paper, and that is Pool Party, surprisingly. And they've used Pool Party. We've seen Pool Party before for Valentine's Day and for Christmas. And because it looks pretty with red is, I think, why. Okay, so this, I believe, is our last die cutting. And we're just going to run this little guy through. If you don't have this machine, you must get it. That's all I'm going to say. You must get it because it's so handy. I love my big one. I call it Mr. Smooth because he's so smooth. But the little one is just handy. Okay, so there is that cute label. And that has a cut in the center also. I haven't totally figured out what we're going to do with that. But I will figure it out. Not today, but another day. And that now we're going to stamp on that label. And this stamp right here, I think these, quite a few of them work because they're curved. They're made to work with this. But I decided to use Sending Love and Joy. So let me grab my stamp, and we're going to do this again in Real Red because this is one of the colors in the Designer Series paper. I try to stay with that because it helps create beautiful cards. So Sending Love and Joy, and this fits really well on here. I do have to get kind of close down to look, but it's meant to just fit right on that label. Just like that. Isn't that cool? I really like that. So now I think that's actually all the stamping we're going to do. Well, we could stamp the inside and the envelope while we're at it. Where's my envelope? Here's my envelope. As long as we're doing some stamping, sometimes I like to do that and get it kind of all, done, and then I can just assemble my card. So let's do that. And for the envelope and the inside of the card, I'm going to use, this is the first stamp I'm using from this set, and I'm going to use that cute little bow. I like bows, and I just thought it would be really cute. So here's this cute bow stamp, of course in Real Red. It's just a little something different that you wouldn't normally expect on a Christmas card, but it reminds you of a gift, right? And then this is our card base, and so I'm going to put a bow down here on the right hand corner. Just like that. I'm going to find a lot of great uses for this bow stamp, I can tell you right now. Okay, now we're ready to assemble our card. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this ribbon. What did I do with my ribbon? I think I was showing it to you. Okay, here it is. And I'm going to take my label that has the little, these little, whatever, this little border that's cut, this very tiny and sweet little border. And what I'm going to do is put it under this label. I'm going to thread it through the little border. Let me just show you here. Okay, just like that. I'm going to thread it through and put it on the front of the card. And we're going to adhere it on the back. Okay, so we just want to have a little bit, about an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch on the back and on the top and bottom. And what we need to do is figure out where we want it, because we're using this beautiful flower. So we want to kind of position this label, and I think that looks pretty good right there. Let me see, make sure our sentiment is going to fit in there. Pretty good. Okay. Maybe I might move it up just a hair. Okay. Turn this over, and then I don't really use Seal Plus very often, but I'm using it right here. I'm not seeing any comments, so I'm just trusting. I see that I do have people watching, and I'm not really seeing any comments, so I'm just trusting that you're watching. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to also add a little glue to adhere my label. Oh, thank you, Linda. Okay, I see that you are watching. I'm just going to adhere my label just with a little bit of glue under each side. Just like that. Now this looks like it's going off a little bit to one side, and that's the one thing about seal is you can pick it up and put it back down. Okay, that looks better. Let's just, we can still move it because that's glue. And I'm just going to press that down and make sure it adheres. Oh, Margaret, good. You're over on, Margaret, it looks like you're on YouTube. Nancy, thank you for coming over. We don't really know what happened. So let's grab our card base, and now we're going to adhere this to the card base. And with embossed pieces, I usually put more glue than normal because there's not as much area to adhere because some of the area is sunken down. So I think I might have put a little too much glue right there. I have little bumps. I guess I was excited and put too much glue. Becky, good to see you. Jan, thank you for coming over. You know, a couple weeks ago it was Facebook that locked up, and now YouTube. What can we say? So now we're ready to put our beautiful floral arrangement down here, and we're going to use some dimensionals to do that. Oh, I have a whole new, brand new pad of dimensionals. That doesn't happen that often, does it? I love it. We love dimensionals. So let's see how many we want here. Let's put one more up here, just to make sure it holds on because it is covering up part of that label there. Okay, here we go, and being sure to center it. Okay, just like that. Ellie's sound asleep over there, you guys. I'm so happy. Ruth, good to see you. Okay, now we're ready to put on our neat sentiment. I am really liking this die. I really like it. I like the words that fit perfectly inside of it. I'm actually liking it a lot. You know, you're probably like me. As you're watching this, you're probably thinking, I wonder if I'm going to use this set for my Christmas cards. All my Christmas cards. Margaret, it got frozen. Yeah, I'm sorry. And that's what I'm doing. As I'm doing this with you, I'm thinking, I wonder if I want to use this set or this sentiment for all of my Christmas cards. It's just, you know, because then we know we're going to have to make a bunch of them, right? Some people don't like to make a bunch of one card. Some people make lots of different ones. I'm kind of one that I want to get in a routine. I want to get a pattern. I want to make a whole bunch of them, the same pattern, and then they're done. But some people aren't like that, so. Okay, so we're just going to put that little guy up on Stampin' Dimensionals. Now, I wanted to show you a little something, and I know some of you do like bows and some of you don't like bows. I have taken the pretty red ribbon that's in this sweet collection. I'm going to show you a little, I think I've done this maybe once before with you, but I thought I would show you something that's cute. I think is cute. So we're going to tie a bow. I've cut the ribbon in half lengthwise, mainly because I'm talking and not thinking. Okay. Because I wanted the ribbon to be thinner. And then it has a few frayed edges, which I think is kind of fun because I like kind of a shabby chic look. I think you guys know that. So I'm going to tie a little bow here, and we're going to adhere it. But the other thing I want to show you is we're kind of going to add an additional bow. If you're a bow lover, then it's going to be fun. Okay, I've got my mini glue dots. And what we're going to do is adhere our bow with a mini glue dot. And here's one right there. Okay. Just like that. And I like to just let this fly out, mostly for pictures and for you guys. But usually when I mail it, then I'll trim up the ribbons. But I like to see the ribbons the edges just flow like that. I don't know, that's just me. What can I say? Okay, and then I want to use something else new. I know, Jan, I'm so sorry. This is from an online exclusive that's coming out on September 3rd. And the suite for that is called Modern Christmas. And this is a linen thread that's woven with gold. It also has a black one that's woven with gold, a black thread. And I just think it's gorgeous. It is kind of very vanilla looking. So it's not pure white. So it's kind of a very vanilla with gold. But I thought it would just look so pretty on this card with the red ribbon. So this is the thing I want to show you. Is this is what I do sometimes, is add an additional little small bow on top of the, like say, brighter bow. The one bow is the bright red, real red, and then this is a little softer, smaller, more delicate little bow. And we're just going to put that right on there with another mini glue dot. Right here. And the glue dot, actually, I know, I'm thinking that you might be saying that glue dot is bigger than that little knot. And that is true, but what I do is I just kind of squish it in. Just push it in a little bit, and it'll squish right under that bow, the knot of the bow. And then I can just pull these out, just arrange it a little bit, kind of like that. I don't know, I just think it's cute. You know, you probably wouldn't do this if you use this for your Christmas card. You probably wouldn't do this on all your cards that you send. You might just do it on one or two, but it's kind of a fun little thing. And then just trim these tails off like that. Get over there, little guy. Sometimes you can tuck them under like that. There we go. So this is our card for today. Isn't that, I don't know, I love this set. It was very fun to play with today, and I'm going to have a lot of fun using it in general, just all the time. There are so many options with the two bundles and the label dies and the greenery dies. We're going to be having a lot of fun with this. Yes, I do know that. Yes, thank you, Renee. So this is today's card, and this will be the prize for a week from today. So if you put the word prize on YouTube, even though it's not working, or Facebook, you will be entered to win this card next week, and I will send it to you. And I use the random number generator to choose. So let's get to a prize for today. And well, let me just pull you up here. There we go. So a reminder, there's Roz. Just a reminder that if you want a paper share, that is a quarter of a package of every new paper in the Holiday Mini Catalog from Stampin' Up, and a quarter of every paper in the September online exclusives. That is my paper share. I also have a ribbon share where I do the same thing, a quarter of each spool of ribbon, and you can buy one or the other, or you can buy both, and I call that I Want It All. So if you want it all, and I didn't put the link, I forgot. So I'm going to go back in and add the link both on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're interested, you want to reserve your paper share, you can follow the link and it'll give you your reservation. And so many of us love, that's kind of how I started, is getting a paper share. And just because you get to see all the different papers, and then you go back and you can spend your money on the one you really want, right? Okay, so the prize for today, because I wasn't on last week, so it was from the week before, the cute little bee card that we did. I love it. We had so much fun doing this little bee card, and a lot of you wanted the prize of the little bee card, and the winner is Susan Lesaway, Lesoway. Susan, congratulations, you've won this card, and I will send it to you. I don't think I have your address, so I would ask you to email me at peggy@prettypapercards.com. Let me know your address, and I'll get it out to you right away. So Thanks, Linda. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for all your sweet thoughts about Ellie and our family. And she's just sleeping right here beside me, and we're so thrilled to have her back. So, thank you for all of your care. It really meant a lot. It really did. I felt like I had this huge supportive family, and we're going to just do our best to help her succeed. So, I will see you Friday with a fun fold, probably using sneak peek products because I can't wait to just get in there. Beth, there you are from Ireland. Whoa! Beth is one of my downline, my little children, and she is in Ireland. Thank you, Beth, for watching. Wow, that is over and above, isn't it, you guys? Congratulations for being in Ireland. I've seen a picture. You're having a lot of fun. I know that. Okay, I will see you guys on Friday and have fun stamping. Okay, bye-bye.